This was supposed to be a nice video. In fact, probably the most beautiful video on the channel to date. But things have gotten complicated. Last October, we found Candy walking through the streets. A beautiful and noble dog who was walking in the middle of the road, disoriented, in the rain, and also in an advanced state of pregnancy. We rescued her, we put her in the car, and we went directly to the hospital, where we did all kinds of tests. And in addition to proving her pregnancy, we could see that luckily all the puppies were very well. But we could also see that Candy had severe anemia due to malnutrition. I'm not going to tell you the whole story about her again, many of you already know it, and for those of who don't, here is a playlist with all her videos, so I will jump directly to what I want to tell you today. The thing is that after her pregnancy, in which everything was phenomenal, and after taking care of her puppies, looking for perfect families for all of them, and after spaying our queen, we found ourselves with the sad reality that, despite the fact that all her puppies were adopted super quickly, no one wanted to give her the chance she deserved. So Candy stayed with us for a long time, in which we took her for walks, adventure, camping, and even to the beach. But Candy needed a good and forever family with which to share the rest of her years. And finally, that family appeared. And also, not just any family. Candy had been adopted by the family that had adopted a few months ago one of his puppies. Isn't it beautiful? Candy was going to end up living with one of her babies, surrounded by love and pampering. Because as you can see here, this is a family of pamperers. They really love her. At the moment this happened, I told you in a video that I had huge news about Candy, but I will tell you later, since I wanted to make a special video of her in which we close this beautiful story like she deserves. However, something unexpected has happened, something that has overshadowed this beautiful moment and that will not allow us to close this story yet. About 2 or 3 weeks after Candy arrived at her new home, in which, as you can see here, they have treated her like the queen she is from the first moment, both the adopted family as well as obviously her boy, but then Candy began to have bleeding when she urinated, a very dense bleeding that worried her adopters as well as us a lot. We asked them to take her to the vet, but in fact they were already on their way. Both Candy and her family spent the whole day there because the vets did not give us good news. After doing a first checkup, they told that in addition to the apparent urine infection, he had an inflammation that could be a tumor, and after carrying out some blood tests, they indicate that we could not rule out a problem in the kidneys or the spleen either. The problem can come from different places, and to detect it, we had to carry out different additional tests. And thanks to them, they were able to find and extract blood clots that had accumulated. Thanks to life, with the first test, we ruled out the tumors as well as the kidney problems, which is already a lot. And they were able to prescribe the medication she needs to reduce the inflammation she has. And then be able to carry out more tests to be able to see how that spleen is and how she evolves with everything. Really, we didn't expect this. We felt really bad with the adopters because after opening the doors of their house and their hearts, just a few days later, they had to live this hard experience. In fact, a week earlier, they had come to the adoption fair with Candy so that we could see her and see how well and how happy she was. But inside, things were not going so well. This is a humble family and this situation is difficult for them to face. When they adopted her, we said that if something happened to Candy one day, they could count on us. The love that we all have for this dog is enormous. She is very special and her story moved us all. And the truth is that we are enormously grateful with them for having adopted her. And now we just can't look the other way and leave them alone in this complicated situation. So, dear family, today I come to ask you for help so that we can help this family with Candy vet bills. All these tests that have just been done, that we have paid for between the family and us, have cost over $700 in absence of the medicines and to do more tests again in the coming weeks. If we rescued Candy a few months ago, it was thanks to your support. And now it also depends on you that we can continue helping her. In our PayPal, you can make a donation from a single dollar. As I always say, every little help counts a lot. And right now, we need that little help more than ever. It is very unfair that now that she finally has a beautiful family in which she also lives with her own puppy, this happens to her. So please help us to help Candy. Thank you very much in advance.